Just do There we go. Sorry. Just gonna run down what I'm doing real quick. So this is Frog Jam over here. Get something interesting. There we go. Doing mobile split screen stuff. Currently it's something is broken based on this line, which if it's here, one thing breaks. If it's here, a different thing breaks. It's a setup script. So I need to like extract the thing that breaks out into a different file and do it differently. This is kind of doing two things, as the name says, rect and rotation. So I need to pull out the rotation, which is just, where is it? This bit. So, is this a nice setup? It is. Okay. Just gonna work through this. See where it goes. Let's camera rotation. Yeah. I got the gloves on, so I'm typing weird. I'm gonna take those off. Okay. So this is seats, camera, rotation. Cool. And we just want to do this if it's Android in the top screen. I don't know if I want to pull out the switch into a high level and like pull everything out. Something I've been debating for a while is you get these switch blocks all over the place. With this conditions thing. Condition just says if what kind of screen it is, if it's split screen or single player, and if it's like the top or not, and the platform as well. That's also GM platform. So we go to conditions. Yeah. It just went literally redirection. Okay. What are we doing? Pulling this out. This just flips the top one around 180 if it's the top screen. Which is pretty simple. So if I put this here, it's going to yell at me because I don't have camera. And this needs to be avoided. So how does this get camera? Just when you create it. That makes sense. Rename this. Put this here. Cool. So, okay, for now I think I'm just gonna do the same thing instead of trying to refactor two things at once. So we'll just pull out that, because that doesn't need to be Android. Place you. Okay, so you actually do need this. Get this I set up and implementing it. And then we can just call this. Okay. So if it's Android, but that's not all we care about because we also care about if it's split top. If conditions dot C dot view mode dot split top. Okay, so nothing to do with that's in here anymore. And let's go to new file. New file. There we go. And this is made up here, so we can make another one. Camera rotation setup. Rotation setup. It should be renamed because it's no longer rotation. This is camera rigged. Cool. Rename this to rig setup. Rotation setup equals new. So we want to call this here. Okay. Without cleaning up anything, that should be basically done. Well, as in, it should work, in theory. Man, that took a while. I'm missing scripts, apparently. Okay. I'm on Android at the moment, so I can control this with my phone. But it's kind of input laggy. I can click buttons for some reason. Like I can click these with the mouse to actually play the game. Okay, so the UI needs a bit of work, but the camera is in the right place for that. Let's try split screen. I see why, because we're not in actual mobile resolution. There we go. Again. Single player. Yeah, that's much better. Let's dive into it. Cool. Let's try split screen now. Okay, so this is split screen mobile, so the idea is that the other person is on the other side of the phone, so it's rotated around, which is why we're checking if it's the top. It's supposed to be rotated. So it looks like everything's working. Um, Before, either one of these, either split screen will be broken or single player will be broken. But now this is correct. I can like turn the phone around and play the other one. Looks weird because it's upside down on the computer screen. Um, but yeah, functional. I'm getting a lot of errors. Well, not errors, but warnings. Before I do anything, stage this. What I sort of expect. Yep. Okay. This is called like separated direct rotation. These warnings. Missing scripts. These are all from prefabs. They need updating. Yep. Cloud. It's just dead script on it. Man, seagulls. There's like 50 of them outside. It's like not even exaggeration. Okay, what was I doing? Taking these off. What else is there? Some of these will be like duplicates. Oh, no, that's something I need to refactor at some point, which has been there for ages. What's that? Take me to the actual issue, please. Yeah, just clear and play it again. See what's left. Okay. I'll go into the loop because that's where half the stuff is, right? Or it should be on prefabs. Yeah, okay. Script unknown is missing on wave manager. Wave bit script overrides. Yeah, just gonna have to do these manually, I guess. Saving failed. It's gonna tell me that every time because these have scripts. Okay. What about this one? That one? Same stuff. Riveting content, I know. Hey, 3 warnings. Okay. Um, I can't use keyboard, but here we go. Oh, there's warnings here. Wave prefab. Wave. That's it. Prefab is missing scripts. Okay. Wait bit missing. Save. We good now? Man, those birds are going out. Oh, there's food in our yard, that's why. There's chickens and they've been fed, so there's just food everywhere in the yard. Which is why there's, you know, a lot of birds screaming at each other. Simply. Tap to jump. Cool. This is really hard with input lag. It's like input lag and a low frame rate. Just because it's streaming it to my phone through USB. Seems like we're fine. Huh. That's interesting. This didn't go away. This is supposed to hide. You have a look at that. Little frog. I think I know what the issue is. Yep. I just need to do this. And then actually do that to the prefab. Frog. Full frog. 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 Okay. Bottom bar. Windscreen has to be at the bottom. Let's just stage this. It's like fixed warnings. Fixed missing scripts. Oh. I'm gonna check split screen, just make sure that works. It's like 4 or 5 different versions of things that can go wrong. Like single player, split screen, top and bottom, on mobile, and then those again on PC. They function all slightly differently in how they get set up. So you gotta like test each one. Okay. Seems like the button is a decent size on screen. Like, I'm fairly confident I can tap that whenever I want to. It used to be like huge and over here and covering up the frog. Okay, it's really like it's like a 2-second delay on the input. Alright. I'm just gonna assume that, actually I shouldn't assume this works. I should just grab a frog. Pause the game. Over here. I wonder if this breaks it because I grabbed the top little thing. This screen. Cool. It's scaled wrong. I need to work on that. Be nice if I did this with the other frog, so like look correct. Just drag you over. What? No, not this bug. Oh, that kind of makes sense because I dragged it over the thing. Maybe it wouldn't trigger everything. I'm just gonna screenshot this just for me. Copy it. So I know what it looks like, what we need to fix. Notes. Okay. So, what's on the list? I think it's just the end screen. That's been done. I can move this over. Yeah, it's just end screen and main menu. Two things that are really boring. Probably tedious. So, let's go to the frog. It actually detected the bug. I've still got the bug detection in here, that's interesting. I'm hoping it's just because I dragged the player over that didn't trigger all of his splits. Yeah, because I didn't pause, so it wouldn't have triggered any of the splits. It's weird that the first one didn't do it. Anyway, frog UI. Let's change this to that. That's the half height resolution. So if you're in a split screen, you'll see this. But then we need to go to the canvas. And on PC, it's at 0.7. On mobile, it's a 1. Yeah, it looks about right. We want to turn on this windscreen. And that's why everything looks bad. It's trying to cram into this space. So I think this press shift to restart thing that gets disabled automatically. Yeah, that should get turned off by itself. I'll leave it there so I know what the PC thing looks like. We should really design this lengthways rather than vertically, which is kind of what it is now, is it's stacked top to bottom. But if you're on a phone and then you cut the screen in half horizontally, it's like no vertical room. So that's basically this whole window needs redoing for that. Can I mess with stuff right now? What's this? What have I not saved? Frog prefab. I didn't even remember what this is. Actually, it's probably just because this auto saves. I turn that off. So I can mess with stuff and go back and it shouldn't undo anything if I don't like it. Okay. So this button. Yeah, button is huge on screen. This is like half your phone screen, right? So it could be smaller. Let's get about there, maybe. Cake. Maybe like on top of the button. This title. People get confused about this screen when they see it. They see you're not jam, and it's not clear that it's a windscreen directly. I just didn't want like a generic congratulations. Or you did it. I wanted to say like something unique. But then people seem to not understand immediately that this is the you won the level screen. But that's probably a problem for another day. I just want to make it. Why is it rotating weirdly when I do this? Like I had this problem before. It's like rotating in like 3D. Oh, it's because it's scaled, isn't it? Because this is scaled upwards for weird reasons. I mean, there are actual reasons why this is half, right? One of these, this panel, there it is half scale because it's half the screen. So make sure that nothing can leave that if it's inside this panel. Like if I take this wooden title and move it up, it doesn't appear there. Yeah. It keeps everything in the right place, but it means that I can't rotate stuff nicely. Can I put it in empty and rotate it? Create empty. Like this. That's scaled by 2. Put this in here. Now I can rotate. Okay. And we want this. Hang on. Only empty to be in the right place. You know, this whole thing is just off center. What I mean, title. Why is it pivot down here? Set pivot. Okay. It's probably gonna get heaps of problems now. Getting hot. I'll get cold in a minute. Okay, so title, create empty. This is still not in the right spot. Why is it putting it down here? Center pivot. Let's put you, let's just center pivot for now. You're still down the bottom. Why? Why is the title this big? It's a text box with insane width. 500. Does that change the... Okay. No, I just happened to put in the right number. Text. Where'd you go? Title. Like that. How's the rotate now? Good. Now that's in the right spot. Okay. Now I can put that in this, and I can rotate nearly correctly. Equals y 0. It's close enough. Okay. Go back into 2D. Does that look weird? Let's make it rotate slightly this, I think. Maybe like that. I can actually have the cake under it, maybe? Anything's possible. Who knows? I shouldn't be moving that way. I should be moving like this. How's this going to translate to the computer? I don't know. I think I like the cake there. I think I like the cake above the bun. So cake, center, up there, ish. We can test this out, right? Like it. Just pull this window off real quick. And if I go to 16 by 9, nope, that's portrait. Why am I in the... I don't know. It's because I'm in prefab mode, the game window doesn't actually show. Because we don't care. So I do care, because if I don't set the resolution exactly to that. There. So this is what PC looks like. It's portrait. Landscape. There we go. Actually, it's not as bad. It's just a bit strewn all over the place, really. That's PC. That's mobile. And that's mobile single player. If I go back to PC, should I use that one? I can pretty much do whatever, right? This isn't that limited. This will work with whatever layout. Just say the title over here looks kind of weird. I think if I just redo the stats screen. Where's the stats? Is it this? Stats. Stats. Okay. I want like a background that's long instead of tall. Like that one. Scale this to just be 1. Can I set this to native? There we go. Go back to mobile real quick. That. Okay. Looks like we got space. Just gonna take out all of this from the menu. So I can just work with this. Should be like, I don't know, this big. Probably need something up top at some point to split the 2 screens in half. It's like a black bar that overlays the both of them. Okay. Put these back. Title, which now can't be seen. Where is it gone? Up here. Stats. Time. Okay. Time and splits. I probably shouldn't make these any smaller. These are already kind of hard to read. Maybe make the title smaller. Smaller on an angle. Put everything on an angle, fit in. Time. Maybe down here. And this whole thing can be bigger. It's not clear. Does the stats need a title? I don't think it does. Time title. We don't need this line now. PB come underneath it. And the whole thing can come over. I need some more space. It's probably a bit too much. Like that. Oh, I could put the line somewhere still. I could have the line there, or have the line vertical. Obviously smaller. Would it make more sense here? I'll put the sum of splits. Let's split off. It's a bit haphazard, but it's okay. I need more paper. Width. Stretch this out. Some splits only has one value. So it could just be like that. Time personal base sum. For those that care. Some people obviously don't care about what their time was and if it could be better. But some people do. This title, I don't know, this is weird. Where is it? This. Title. I don't know if I want this rotation. He's slightly rotated. And then just bigger. Font size. Overflow. This big. And off to the side. Actually, I gotta be careful how wide I make this because this is longer than the PC version, technically. And depending on how it scales, right? You want jam, cake, we start like that. Okay. If I go landscape 1920, it does fit. These should have the same rotation, right? Like, title rotation, let's make it 5 degrees. Stats rotation, -5. Yeah, still needs more space. Yeah. Make the font 100. Okay. What's 720p like? Completely broken. Okay, if anyone plays in 720p. You see, it fit before. And that's because this was vertical and you could use this space. But now it gets cut off. I think if you're in 720p, maybe you just use the whole screen. I don't know. Mobile and mobile single player. Let's just try it. Let's just like run through everything, see what it looks like. Why am I zoomed in on a button? Jeez. Okay. Play. Ah, the game's down here. put this back to normal. So if we go single player, oh, didn't change the prefab. Hold on, this is an easy fix. From windscreen, just gotta toggle that off. And save. Single. Okay, it's upside down on my phone. Great. Can I rotate, please? Thank you. Oh. Man. Lag makes this so much harder. Okay, I'm just gonna hack it. Cheats. Hey, come with me quickly before you fall into the water. Okay, I gotta actually pause the game. Nope. Okay, I can't see where it is. Pull the whole thing. I'm so good. One screen didn't appear at all. Did I turn off the wrong thing? Because there's a windscreen and then there's a container for the windscreen. Windscreen on, because that's the actual script. You don't want the script to be off, you want the container to be off. Save. Ah. See, that's an issue. Why can I not see it here? But I saw it fine when I was switching through these. Not jam. Fine. Hmm. See if split screen is the same problem. I'm trying to avoid making like 3 different UIs. Or just one UI that works for all of it. Let's drag a frog. Frogs. Is this the, yep, bottom one. Huh, that's scaled exactly the same way. Why? Why do you lie to me? Container. Game. Somewhere. See, why is it fine here, but not there? I think maybe it's this, and put this back. This needs to be, let's see, save. I don't expect this will actually make a difference, but maybe it will. It made it worse. Let's see. Level frog. Windscreen. Let's choose that. Cool. Container. Does it matter? This is now 2. Okay. So I expected it to be 1, but it's actually 2. Canvas. No. Frog. Frog? There we go. Frog canvas 2. There it is. Just gotta scale everything down basically. Can we just make this panel small? No, not that panel. This panel. Like there. And then the... I just want to scale everything down, but not the thing itself. If I scale it to there. Okay. Take everything out. Scale it back. And then put everything in. Cool. The button's in the wrong place. The button to be down slightly. I'll just ignore this text for now because that's a PC version. And then we need to turn this on. Actually, it's good for testing to leave it on. Split screen. Hey. It's really hard to read because the resolution is... Some door just slammed. There's wind on something. Yeah, the resolution streaming to the phone is low. So it's probably fine. But it's also stretched weirdly. Oh, because I'm in free aspect, that's fine. I want to be in that one. Yeah. Okay, let's fix the stretching, but obviously the window's the wrong size. Game view. Let's pull this off again. Sure, just go there, whatever. So it was free aspect and that was broken. Why is the window wrong now? That should be correct. Should be nothing wrong about that. Okay. Maybe the screen just got set up, like the camera got set up wrong, because the display was wrong. But I can make these bigger, slightly. Let's put a empty in here, inside this container. And I can scale the empty up. We actually want to be on that one. Button restart prompt. Let's see. Some menu broken because I need to change this back. There you go. Split screen. Okay, button super tiny. Everything's super tiny actually now. Use up all the space. Okay. Pretty much is using up all the space. Maybe if I use all this space. Yeah, actually, because this UI is already halved. So this is actually quarter, not half. Because it gets scaled again. So let's scale this up. Okay. Hey, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna move the button up slightly. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with that. Button bigger. Maybe a bigger. Cool. Okay, let's try single player. Let's see what that looks like. And then I'll run it through PC. I'll like switch the build over and see what PC looks like. So single player looks pretty good. Cool. Just to make sure I do split screen again. Split screen. Can I press the button? Oh, there we go. The top one's not letting me press the button. There it is. I assume it's just the input lag giving it problems. Yeah, this is definitely playable. Like nothing's super tiny that I can't read it. Maybe that's split. Oh, I can read that. Yeah. I'm actually really happy with that. Like I'm happy enough to just hand that off to someone. Like if I was there with them. Okay. Build settings. PC. Before I do this, actually, let's save. This normally doesn't go wrong, but just to be sure. Screen mobile. Redo. 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 Cool. Now I'll do this. Build settings. PC. Switch. Okay. While it's switching, I'll take a quick break and I'll come back in a moment. back. Looks like we're switched into PC. Yep, cool. So, going to 16 by 9. Great. Let's put that there. You can actually control this now. It's getting cold again. Okay, single player. Single player. Yep, there's issues. Should restart. Does it work? No? Okay. It's not actually in the end screen, I guess. See what split screen looks like. Split screen, same issue. Okay, it's just a length issue. It's the only problem. This isn't terrible. If it was pulled over slightly, it'd be fine. What happens if I pull this? If we have a bigger screen, we get more room. Right. So we know 1920 works, right? I have to replay it each time because UI settings get changed in scripts based on resolution. What if we were... Why does PC not give you like a list of resolutions the same way mobile does? Okay, what's the other one from 720? One, yeah. This divided by 2. I always have this issue. 720p by... What's the other thing? Google. 1420, is it? 720. 720p. 1280. I used to know this, but then we sort of upgraded screens. No one has 720 screen really. 280. Okay. So this one I don't think works. Oh no, it does. Okay. I mean, if 720p works, if you have a screen that's less than that, I don't know what to say. Some people have 16 by 10. We should try that, I guess. See, this is broken. Is it just single player that's broken? No, 16 by 10 doesn't work. Unless it's because it's 16 by 10 in this resolution. If I make it a bigger, just Unity being weird, right? Like this is smaller than 720p. Maybe just smaller. Maybe it is. 16 by 10 is not working. Big screen. I can't see the play button. I'll just do it on the other one. Play. See, this works. Obviously it's working now, but it was working as like full screen. I don't know, I'm confused about how these ratios were compared to these, like just specifying it. Surely going from 16 by 9 to 10 doesn't break everything, right? Like, I do 16 by 9. It's broken as well, isn't it? Hmm. Yeah. But if I do that 16 by 9, it works. This is way smaller. What's this canvas scaled by? Constant pixel size. Hmm. Okay. No, I'm just gonna make like a test build. So I can look at it in like window mode and change the resolution properly without Unity being weird about it. Ooh. Just got to the bottom of my hot chocolate, which has been sitting here for a while. It's now cold, and it was thick. It was like it was smooth. There was more substance there than I was expecting. Big glass, not glass. Mug, big mug. It's got a dent in it now that I'm looking at it. Where'd that come from? Just inspecting my mug. Takes a little while, but it's not as bad as an Android build. Takes forever. HTML is worse. That just takes like, you know, half an hour. Okay. Should be running itself. Is it running itself? There it is. Okay. Can I resize this window? It doesn't look like I can. So, how can I test this then? Resolution. I'm gonna resolve. Like, Windows resolution settings. Change resolution of the display. That's what I want. Change the size of text apps and other items. What does this do? Some apps won't respond. Oh, that does change it. It makes it bigger. There's no smaller option. Okay, display resolution. This is gonna mess with the stream. So a 720. There it is. So if I full screen this, I have to apply changes. Keep changes. Keep changes. I don't think this is changing. Maybe it is. Make it something ridiculously small, just to see. $800 by 600. Keep changes. Oh god. Yeah. Now I forgot to frog. Yeah, this isn't working. You can't even see it on stream. Huh. Weird. Revert. Oh god, my desktop. There you go. The icons are going crazy. So that test doesn't work. I can't change. Maybe it does work. Because it means this is always going to display at this resolution. Is that what I'm sort of getting out of this? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Hey, Pickles. See the mouse point on the black screen. Weird. My display is still messing up. I've set it back to normal. Where is it? I'm gonna fold it down here somewhere. It's underneath. It's underneath Visual Studio. I'm pretty good. Pretty good. A little bit cold. I had a hot chocolate. So it was in a big mug. So by the time I got to the end of it, it was cold. Right, there it is. Sorry, we're not doing SimCity right now. I'm doing like game development. So. Yep, Southern Hemisphere. I'm still putting all my icons on the other monitor. Sure, I didn't do that before. And you can't see it. I looked at OBS before and you could see it when it was full screen. Weird. Hmm. Sweltering. I don't know. Honestly, if it was colder, it's not too bad today, but like some days it's really cold. I would prefer if it was hot. Makes it hard to type. Cold fingers. Alright, for now, maybe I'm just gonna hope that this resolution thing is fine. And because it seems to be okay. It's just I can't actually test it. Alright. So if I am assuming that, that means this is done. And I could move it over. Which means I'm down to two things. Alright. Main menu layout. Now that is just these buttons are kind of small. And this is kind of small, I guess, on a phone. I'm gonna have to switch back actually to test this properly. It's gonna take a little while. Application Tech Global Callbacks. No idea. It's kind of annoying about like trying to have one thing that works on both mobile and PC. It's getting everything to work on all the situations. You have to switch back to see all your changes. Yeah, yeah, I wrote this game. Pretty much everything here is mine except the fonts, just like free fonts. Okay. Oh, I should quickly change this back. I've left the end screen popping up at the start of the level. That's not a good idea. One screen container off. There we go. Seems baffling. What's baffling about it? I've got a live channel. But yeah, Twitch leaves them up for like a few days, right? But there's also a channel on YouTube. It's just called W2 Live. There's a couple of older GameDev streams on this game on there as well. Okay. Yeah, so you can see now there's a quit button here. That's you can't see, but since it's mobile anyway, you don't actually want the quit button. So it's kind of convenient. Because mobile apps generally you don't have a quit from the app, you just leave it like from the OS. So maybe I just take advantage of that it's hidden off the screen. Unless someone gets a weird mobile screen and then they get this quit button. Yeah, and everything to work, yeah. It's a bit of a job. If you go into here, this is like everything that I've done. So this is an hour ago. And if you scroll all the way down, just go to like a month ago. That's 4 months. This goes back like a year. Yeah. So it's a bit of stuff. So I'm gonna chip away at. I need to change the sky as well while I'm here. The sky is the old sky. I've got new sky assets. Is it in here? Grid paper? Oh, this is it. Yeah. Let's just copy it from the other scene, maybe. Okay. Sky in here somewhere. Sky. I'm not sure if I can just copy this across scenes. Let's see. Paste? That does work. It's really tiny. Turn that off. Can I see it? Oh, there it is. Where's the camera? Camera. Oh, this is a orthographic. Let's bring that perspective. There we go. Oh, cheers for joining me. Okay. How big do I want this? That doesn't make any sense at that scale. Let's go like. This is really sensitive. What does the camera see? Oh, it's like right in front of it. That's why. Sky. Pull this back. It's kind of weird. The clouds in this scene are a UI element instead of proper clouds. Yeah, so we can make this bigger. Now this will make more sense. I kind of like this. Like there. And I can change it a bit. Which of these two? Something like that. Maybe. I want the title to stand out. Just trying to click on the right thing. There it is. Not the one below. 5 and 6. Yeah. Which math book are you? Your math book 1 and 5? 1 and 6? There we go. Okay. Everything else can be deleted. So we got these two, we got that one, and that one. So this stuff, goodbye. Okay, it is a bit noisy. It's not horrendous. You can't see the subtitle under that. So maybe we put the math book cover. It's not long enough. If I duplicate this. There we go. And rotate it around. Just like upside down map book. I don't want upside down. Actually, I just want it flipped. Like this. It's kind of cheating, but it'll work. And then these can go like there. That's better. Does this always have paper on it? Oh, it's because it's a perspective camera now, I think. This has gone weird, maybe. Because the frog jam should be above the paper. There's the title. I put this above it. That makes more sense. I think it's just because the screen's smaller, actually. Like if I edit it with free aspect, if the screen is taller, it doesn't do that. Oh, I didn't want that. Get out of here. Stop it. Stay there. Okay. Smart. Mobile. What's this look like if I hit play? It's kind of looking at it on my phone, which again is connected by a USB cable to my PC. So you can't see it, but it looks exactly the same as this window here. So, yeah. I can actually scroll this by just scrolling it as you would expect. I'm not using the bar, I'm just scrolling up and down. The only thing that needs changing is this little gear thing. It's probably too tiny. This and the drop down. I don't know what I want to do about that. While I'm here though, maybe I want this to be transparent. Change log. Like just slightly. Oh, but that's the whole thing. Is it? No, it's not. It just looks like it's just like that, I guess. It's just like a slightly higher production value. Okay, how do I make these bigger without making them look dumb on the computer? Hmm. There's no like easy way around it, right? It's just gotta be bigger. Top bar is all that. Scroll view is all that. Okay. Is the font size big enough? That's a good question. It's okay. Actually, this canvases, main, canvas scaler. This is a weird reference resolution. 140 by, why is it that? What if I do this constant pixels? Okay, it breaks. It doesn't break, but it changes scale factor, which scales everything, right? Which is probably the correct way of doing this, which is how the player UI works. Is the PC is on like 0.7, but it doesn't have to be for this. But mobile could be on like 2, which you'll have to script in. But it breaks the positioning. However, the sizes are better. And they're not great, but it's like it's possible for like a first build, I guess. Like I can quickly pick the one I want to. Okay, I'm missing 0.23 is what I'm going for. Okay. It's also an option just not have it as a feature on mobile. or pull it into a completely separate menu. Those are also options. But obviously this is positioned wrong now. Why does it keep dragging it further than I actually drag? Let's see, buttons, fills that. Let's put all this into one group. Create empty. Up here, fill buttons, game object. This is no actual menu. Main. I don't know. What do you call the main part of a main menu? Just the main bit? Okay. Need to split this sphere. Why is it all the way up here? Why is this UI like shattered? Main. Wait, is this a canvas? No. That's a rect, that's why. Does it have position Z? Does this have an effect on like how it's displayed? Not really. It's so weird. You'd think it'd just be flat. Why is it giving it Z values? Where does that go? All the way out there. Is this canvas in world space? No, screen space. Screen space overlay. Screen space camera. Overlay. Weird. I kind of want to zero out everything. Because that's just how canvases work. Zero. See, this is probably going to break the entire thing. What's this? Yeah, that's not in use. Neither is this button. Those are not in use. Why is the frog still all the way over there? Fill. 0, 0, 0. Oh, I have to select all these. Okay. It's back. It's kind of in the wrong spot. There we go. Now I can move this to wherever. So it's currently pinned. It should be pinned to the bottom, right? It should be there. Bottom left, right, I mean. Kind of hard to see these. Okay. You can't see the FAQ button. I think it's bigger than it's supposed to be. Let's shrink it. Yeah. It's probably going to break everything when I go back to PC resolution. Landscape. The canvas should be scaled less at this point. Main. Scale would go back to 1. Oh god. Should go to like 1.5. 2. It's always gonna be at that height. Okay. Let's go to 2. And we're gonna have to pull. Actually, if I remove the quit button in mobile, I want it to take up space by the fact that it could exist. I don't know if that made sense. Like, if this is on PC and it's here, right? And on mobile, the button just kind of turns off. It's then there's extra space here that the menu's been pulled up that didn't need to be. That we could have used just to scale it. I could make 2 versions of this main thing. One on PC and it's like 20 different ways of doing it. Different ways, and one of them is probably correct. What's the easiest? which is easiest and cleanest? So everything else that I've done doesn't have 2 versions of itself, which was by design. I was trying to like avoid that the whole time. Just because this, I don't want to make a change and then have to change like 5 different prefabs. Because if I add a new button, unless I set up the prefabs correctly, and the change is only very slight. So this prefabs folder. Create menus. Main. And then let's just call it stick. Because I know what that is. That makes sense to me. This is everything that's on the stick. And if you drag it around, you know, the stick moves. It looks like the stick's carrying the whole thing. Stick. So that's the base. Now we can actually make a variant by like toggling the hat and repositioning it. To be there. So it should give me the option now. Variant. So stick mobile. Okay. And all these buttons should still do the same thing. And if I change something, I change it here and it should update in both of them. But we need to now have both of these in the scene and turn on the right one. Put stick back in. This is stick mobile. Well, that's weird zoom in. Oh, that's like a screenshot if I've ever seen one. I might use this. I make a glitchy art and it all starts by taking screenshots of weird stuff. Maybe I should stream doing that. Could do that at the end of this, maybe. Got some stuff I can use to make weird glitch TE art things. Off. This is stick. You see? So if we roll Actually, I didn't position the mobile one in the mobile format, but it seems correct anyway. It's never going to be that. It's going to be this. So PC 16 by 9, 720. No, we go 1080. That makes more sense. So this can just be smaller. I think that's the main difference. Is it smaller and it's got another button? That's kind of grid math book. That's appeared in exactly the right place. I don't know if I like this text here though. It kind of overtakes the title slightly. Let's see. Let's see about that. Sky. Yeah, it's this book. So we could raise it. Lower it. Could rotate it. That kind of works. If it was, if I can actually rotate it the way I want. This is confusing my brain. Like that. Where's the other one? There it is. It just needs to fill in the edge that got missed. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Is that a gap or is there a gap there? No, it's not. It's just the margin. The margin of this. So I can move it to make it. Don't want the margin in the shot. I want some doodles. One with doodles. There's doodles up the top there. Like that. I want to put math in front of people. Like, we're not that serious. We're about the doodles in the math. Okay. So this canvas is, what is this scaled to? This is scaled to 2, so I don't have to mess with this actually. Or maybe I should. Because we don't want the change line this big on PC. It's kind of overtaking. I could change the width of the change log. Actually, no, it's just way too big. If this is PC, if this is full screen, it's huge. So I think I'm going to need a menu setup script if it doesn't already exist. Scripts, what do we got? It's frogs, waves, any of that. Main menu. Menu manager. Ugh. Name things manager. Why is Visual Studio in this tiny square? Yes, we know styles. Cool. Okay, what is this actually doing right now? Cursor visible. Text transform. If it's active, current active equal what? I know I wrote this, but Go to menu, current active, set false. Okay, so this is to do with switching between menus in a really weird way. Go to menu. Oh, okay, I see. So you give it a menu, it turns the current one off, and then turns the next one on. It sets it to. That makes sense. If transform game object is active. Does this go through the list of? Is it on here? So it goes through every menu that's in this canvases object. That's a transform and that's a transform. So if it's active, it breaks. Okay. Kind of weird, but what makes more sense? Serialize. Start. And this is going to be a game object, right? Cool. So this, we don't need to do this now. We can instead do. Let's comment it. Comment. Thank you. Current active equals. Oh, maybe. We could actually check if something is not the current active, the starting menu, that it should be turned off, right? That's kind of fancy. Recompile. Cool. That's the start. Let's just make sure nothing broke. So I can open this, right? No? Okay, that worked, but the FAQ didn't. Did it not work because I did this, or did it not work for some other reason? Just undoing it for now. Because it could have broken just from me messing around with the menu. Play. That'll help. Nah, it's just broken. Let's see. Main stick buttons FAQ. What do you do? On click no function. That's not good. Why is it on click no function? What does stick mobile do? Buttons FAQ. On click menu manager, go to menu. Okay, because it's a prefab. It didn't actually bring over this to here. So was it menu manager, go to menu FAQ. Okay. On click. We want this menu manager, which is in here. Do. Where is it? Object. Where's the script? Canvas. Surely it has the script on here. No, canvases. There we go. Menu manager. Go to menu. FAQ. Cool. That's kind of bad. I don't want to have to design that every time. FAQ. There we go. Split screen. It'll work. Yeah, it works. Escape doesn't work because we're on mobile. Okay. I need to come back in just a second. All right. What was I doing? Leave the room in like 2 minutes. Forget everything. Scene needs to be saved. So this is mobile, and we've got this PC thing. We need to turn. You should decide which one of these based on what platform we're running. Which I think is just a static variable in GM, so it should just be none. And should be renamed. If I rename, it's probably gonna break in Unity. If I close it and open it again, just to make sure that it's linked properly. Because sometimes it will rename it properly. But you have to make sure they're linked, which if I open it this way, they're not. If I open it like here, now it should be aware that Unity's a thing. Oh, so renaming. This is menu switcher, not manager. Switches menus. Okay, I need to redo this because this is weird. Weird. Sorry, I have mint. Computing rename. Come on. It's not that hard. Why are they taking so long? Rename it. It's one script. Caching. It should rename the file as well. Oh. That was really difficult, apparently. Why are you so slow? What's going on? Busy. Very busy. Okay. Canvases. Yeah, see, it renamed it. Cool. Does it still connect to the button properly? FAQ button. Yes. Mini switcher go to mini. That makes so much more sense. Yeah, comment this out again. Put this back. Okay. Do you work? It should work. I see no reason why it shouldn't. Famous last words. FAQ. I just noticed the clouds aren't showing up because they're in the UI. For some reason. They should be physical clouds. FAQ. It does work. Cool. Where are the clouds? They're here. Oh, I know why. There are not UI elements. They're just behind the camera. So if I put them like this, now they're huge. Shrink them. Oh, I wonder if this region thing is going to be broken now. BU it is. Oh, I can put them behind or in front of the sky. How's that work? Oh, because that's sprites, is that why? Yeah, the sprites in there, I assume, just like rendered on top of the clouds, the sky all the time. So it doesn't matter if it's behind it, which is weird. Shouldn't be behind it, really. Doesn't make sense. In front. Front, make them smaller. About there. So the region's broken. No, for sure. And look at that, that's speedy. They're going away. Look at them leave. They'll get to like here and then reset. Yep, there it goes. And they spawn them over here. So it's way too big. It needs to be. Let's grab a cloud. Region in world space. Region. Make it empty. Put it in the cloud, zero it out. Bring it out. Okay. So we want it to go It depends on the camera. The edge of the camera is like over here. It's like there. So that is like 500. Okay. And it's 500. And over here somewhere will be the, that's about right. That's 800. Which means it's flipped. Starts at 800, ends at 500? It's not negative, no. Okay. Ends 500. Starts 800. Does that make more sense? We'll see. We'll see if that works first. Wait, no, this is the start because I was looking at it this way. Start is 800, yeah. End 500, because it's reversed. The clouds go the other direction. But the speed is -1. Okay, because the speed's -1, it should be the other way. 800, 500. Speed should be like halved at least. Minus 0.4. One of my ideas that has been kept track of is that if you hang out in the main menu long enough, instead of clouds, it'll just be random stuff starts going past. Like there'll be like a car or something, then like a head, I don't know, random objects. Trying to get a good view of this. Where's the camera? That's what's important. Let's go top down. Top down, look at it. You can kind of see the clouds from here. This one that's... What's this one doing? What the hell? Oh, the speed variance is high enough that it started going the other way. Yeah. Speed variance should be like 0.05. They're not going up and down. I think they are, but they're just not going up and down very much. What is this cloud? They should have a up-down thing. It's an animator. That shouldn't be an animation. It should be a up-down script. Oh, is that what all the clouds are missing? All of the clouds will be missing this because I renamed it or removed it. But not in Unity. It's util. It's in movement now. Rails translate assign each frame. That's what it is. So the cloud prefab needs the script. I don't remember what the values were exactly. Speed of y, I don't know what. Intensity. 1. I'll say random. 360. See what that does. Oh, I need to sneeze. Maybe not. It's long. I don't know if it's sneezing or not. Alright. Save. Did I actually save it? Still got an asterisk. Save. There we go. Whoa, those are some bouncy clouds. I don't hate that actually. It kind of does fit the style. It's a bit extreme, but it's not terrible. Let's put the speed at like 0.6 and the intensity at like point also 6. Maybe that's better than what I had. What I had before was pretty soft. They don't look like you might expect. But the sort of exaggerated movement might be better. That seems the same. I didn't save, that's why. Save. Hmm. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but it might be too distracting. Like in game, like in the menu, this would be fine. But in game, the clouds are like doing more than your frog's doing. This is fine though. I like this. They're a bit low, is the only thing, so I'll pull them up. Clouds. So I'm gonna go up and down, like that height. Maybe they just need double straws. Okay, it's fine. Um, Menu. I can get rid of this. Menu switcher. We want a menu setup. Yeah, which is gonna pick elements of the menu. So this isn't even namespaced. This should be namespaced. Namespace. Menus. Capital. I don't need any of this. Yeah, so now I can just make a class and remove it. Look. Menu. Just call menu setup. Should it in this size setup thing? No, it shouldn't. Okay. It's gonna be a mono behavior, I believe. And we're gonna have wake. I have just hard code this for now, I guess. So let's build game objects. No, game media. Game object we want is PC menu and a mobile menu for like the stick. I don't know if I want to call it the stick in the code. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Main menu buttons. PC main menu buttons. Mobile buttons. Yeah. Which game platform. this if it's game.platform.pc. It's not that. It's that. Switch marks are weird syntax. Break. Nothing else is syntax like this. Mobile. Android even. Break. Okay. So I'm just gonna set this active. And this one we get set active here. Simple. Maybe I should set the other one false. So if stuff is set wrong in the editor, it'll just fix itself. Okay, now we can move this to a new file. Moved. Yeah, here. It's gone. Cool. Oh, creepy. Let's have that. Actually, let's have the whole thing. But I'm on the loading bar. Oh, get it before it goes away. Thank you. Save. I want to chuck the script on here. Menu setup. It's got the PC. Is that one? Mobile was that one? So right now it's on PC, but we're on Android. Okay. So if I hit play, it should switch it. And it has. Sweet. I'm almost tempted to make a build right now. If I do play, it does come up on the phone, right? I wasn't even looking. Yeah, ooh, it is stretched out, and that's because this is wrong. Should be that. Now it's good. Clouds are hilarious. Yeah. For mobile, I think I'm pretty happy. Bun would work. There we go. Oh my god, the clouds. I sort of knew this would happen. Maybe this should be an Easter egg. Wacky clouds. Yes. So I have to change that. Save the scene though. Save it in here. So it's mobile. No, this is just menu. Menu updates. Okay. Scene. Take me somewhere. Thank you. These cards are ridiculous. Let's see, where are they? Environment, clouds. Okay. Speed, 0.1. intensity 0.1. Let's try that. What the? What the hell? It's kind of really creepy. Speed like 0.5. Offset 0.01. 0.01. I can change this live as well, so make it screws up their positions if I do that. Okay, that looks like kind of what it was before. Maybe slightly more. Let's go 0.2. 0.2, 0.2. Just give that more energy. I kind of like that. It was a bit more intense in the menu. Hmm. Yeah, it's fine. It's supposed to represent like kids holding it with their hands, right? So if it doesn't look like a natural cloud, it's kind of intentional. Okay. I might make a build for mobile again. Actually, last time I made a PC build, so this is going to take a little while. But I've been doing this for like, how long have I been doing this? Stream. Where's the stream timer? Here it is. 2.5 hours. Okay. I just call it there then because watching a build probably isn't going to be that interesting. It's going to be like a progress bar. And then I will sit with it and test it and probably make a list of problems. And yeah, because it's not going to be perfect, is it? It's going to have heaps of problems, obviously. Before I can tick this box right here. And then I gotta fix this bug, and then that's pretty much it. I can ship a version. And go to the next version. Okay. So yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching or jumping in and jumping out, whatever you did. Good yard and fair tea.